Well, this is exciting. First of all, it took Victoria Monet, a.k.a. Hazel's mom, about 40 minutes to walk from one side of the room to the other because you got stopped a million times. But thank you, and that's a blessing.
Yeah.
People care.
Yeah, there was a time when no one cared at all. So
I just want to say I always cared because every
you
single
sure
time,
did.
every single time I see Victoria Monet and I hear your music, love the new song with Davido,
Yes.
All For Me.
So much. Hey, we're in the
There
summer.
you go, Jasmine.
That's right. I love it. Take us to the island.
Look, she just did her little whole dance right here.
Yep.
All right, we backup dancers. But no, just seeing like all of that is just, you're so deserving, so talented, so amazing. Seeing all of the accolades, and I know that is not even why you do it, but it's just, if people know your incredible journey to get here. And now you have a children's book.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Everywhere you are. Can you say it, Jasmine? Read yours.
I cannot say it. Victoria, can you please say this book?
Nor can I. Hazel
I'll
can
read
say
it for you. Donde quiera que tú estés.
Oh, because
Yes.
Donde is where. Okay, got it.
Yes,
okay, all right.
yes.
What inspired, obviously you have a child, but what inspired the book?
Just really the fact that I'm balancing motherhood and work. And I know we all have to do that. And so the book is intended to combat separation anxiety in children and mom or parent guilt.
Okay.
The book is a conversation between a moon and a star. And the sentiment is that, you know, when you look in the sky, sometimes you don't see the moon, but you know in the back of your mind it's there. And us as parents,
Right.
that's what a child will feel. Sometimes you don't see us, but you know that our love is there. And so there's certain quotes in the book that I want the children to kind of live with.
Right.
And know that love brings us together, and it's not only presence.
What do you tell your daughter when you're away, or how do you explain that to her? Because she is a
She'll
child.
be with you.
Yeah.
She comes with me a lot of places, but when I have to go, I explain to her that a lot of what I'm doing is for her, and it's also for me and mommy's dreams too. In the same way that I want her to continue to do what she wants to do and accomplish her dreams, mommy still wants to do those things too. And from a young age, I want her to understand that and that balance, that she doesn't have to give up anything. She'll just have to make sure that her time management is correct in order to be able to do multiple things that she wants to do.
I've never heard it explained that way. I always hear moms say, I'm doing this, you know, I'm out working for you, but also I'm also out because I'm pursuing my dreams as well. So I like that.
Because sometimes people think that with motherhood, I used to think that like you can't do it because you have to make too much of a sacrifice and you'll lose your career. And you know, that does get programmed in women.
100%.
And so that's always been something that, like, for me, it's like, man, if I, you know, then I gotta not work for a little while, and then and people even in the workplace think that if you're a mom, that means you're gonna be taking sick days, leaving work early. I've heard people say that when nobody questions a dad
at all.
Yeah, no, that's true. It is definitely a double standard. And then the fact that men can have children until they literally die, like we have a
and
limit.
a few at a time too.
Right, like, honestly, all the time. It happens all
Crazy.
the time. And since we have kind of
a clock,
nature is giving us a clock. It's important for us to realize that we do have the ability to do both, instead of trying to delay the process in order to only do one thing at a time, and just encourage women to take that leap of faith.
Because sometimes people feel like you have to be financially ready, but are we ever financially?
I hear people talk about that, like once I hit this amount of savings, then I'll do it. But motherhood, there's nothing like that force. It will force you to get it together. It actually becomes inspiration. And my life took a turn after I had Hazel, because I knew I had someone else besides me that was depending on me. So it actually made me work harder, and instead of the latter where I have to sit at home and be a stay-at-home mom. And you know, if that's not what I want to do, I support all women who want to do that. But if it's not what you want to do, there is a way to balance it all.
Is she aware that she also co-authored this book?
No, she's not. She's not aware that she was like the person who, she was so young at the very early iterations of the book. So we were kind of like, I was reading versions to her and then editing as I go. So she's
like,
kind of like the editor, honestly. Yeah. Well, she's done the audiobook with me, actually. So she is a part of it.
She's such a star.
Yeah, she is. She is honestly so absolutely adorable.
Thank you so much.
Have you been, or were you apprehensive about sharing her with us, with the public? Because she is the star, and she's her own celebrity at this point.
You're the moon, she's the star.
I thought, yes, actually. And I thought about not sharing it, but it's one of the best things. It is the best thing I've ever done. So it's hard not to share the proudest thing with the world.
Yeah.
I just have to move with certain cautions, you know, and making sure that she's not online seeing certain comments until she's ready to receive it. But as far as what I'm sharing, I feel okay with it. You know?
I really enjoyed your sit down with Keke Palmer too.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious.
She is such a great personality, and we've been watching her grow for years, and I'm just happy to see everything that she's doing. Such a mogul, and she's a mom and balancing it all too. And she's Keke, always keep a job Palmer. So
she and does. Yeah. And she's also talks a lot about being like financially responsible.
Yeah.
You know how she's like, look, even I'm gonna still have this.
We'll live within her, below her
means.
Below her means.
That's
how
inspiring.
are you with with living within your means?
Terrible.
Terrible. So relatable.
I'm terrible. No, literally. I feel like, but a lot of my spending is not like bags and shoes and stuff. It's like if I want a music video to happen, I don't want to put my own money into it because there's not enough budget.
Different.
And like it's an investment, or like house renovations, which I know is like still an asset. But yeah, some things I know I'm not supposed to do, but I'm like, I really want it. I just have faith that it's going to come back like a revolving
and
door.
And it does.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what happens? Because you spend some money and then somehow magically that same day or the next day another check pops up. And you're like, oh, okay, a little publishing check.
Sometimes it's a bit toxic because I'm like, when have I never not been okay?
Oh,
Great.
my gosh.
Okay, so
I would just like to say this. Angela is not the person you should ask if you should not buy something. She'd be like,
you're going to tell you?
I would be like, it's going to come back around because I feel like you have a limitless talent. And the ability to always make money.
Yeah,
like
as a creative, right?
as a creative, whether you're doing it yourself or for somebody else, you're always going to get checks. And then you have residual checks that's always going to be coming in. What else is on the bucket list for you?
I want to be on the big screen.
I knew it.
Big movies and
you should be in the part 2 of one of them days with Keke and SZA.
I would love that.
Okay, Angela, I see what you're doing here.
It was so funny.
It was funny.
I haven't seen a comedy like that, especially with women in the forefront. But like since I feel like Friday. You know what I mean? That kind of like loose Friday. One day long.
Would you audition? And what do you have a role for yourself in mind for?
I definitely would love to be a part of comedy roles. I don't have a specific role, like a dream role, but comedy and definitely SNL.
Okay.
Oh, we can see that for sure.
It would be fun.
I know, because you have a good sense of humor.
I like to laugh.
Are you funny?
I think I'm funny sometimes. I wouldn't say I'm like Will Ferrell, but
yeah,
but
no. I mean, but like, usually creatives, I feel like silly.
Did you have any idea? I know, like, we've talked about motherhood. Jasmine's a mom, too.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea? Like, you can't even imagine how your life would change. What are some things that were unexpected for you that you were like, I couldn't even have predicted this?
Childbirth. That whole process. I was like, wait, because I've seen all the videos and prepped, but then everyone's scenario is just so unique. You can't really prepare for it until you go.
What were you like in there? Were you screaming?
I was working.
What you mean?
I was on my phone, like, because I was releasing the song FUCK at the time, so I was in.
Oh my God, that's my song. Right before, I ain't gonna lie. Right before you walked in here, I said, you know what my song is, though.
FUCK.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Period. That's how she got here. Okay.
Yeah, actually, honestly.
And did.
You know.
So you were working.
I was working, and then I was in labor for 2 days because she didn't want to come out. I was 41 weeks, so I only had one more week left before they had to pull her out. But I ended up having an emergency C-section after 2 days of labor, so it was hell.
Yeah, I had emergency C-section too.
Did you?
I want to ask you, as a mom, when is the appropriate time when you're dating someone to introduce the new man to your child?
Oof, that is a tough question. I haven't introduced anyone that I've ever dated. I mean, there's really only been one person since John, but there was no introduction, and I think that probably is a conversation between me and or the mom and the father.
Yeah.
Like, when is it comfortable?
Yeah.
And also when you know you're serious, because you don't want to be introducing your child to multiple people, especially within 2 or 3 years. You're like, it's confusing, and your child will resent you. I remember my mom dating, and not to be like throwing her under the bus, but like when she introduced me to people, or when I would sneak and see her dating someone, it just like, it felt like I was jealous at the time. But when she got married, I was like, okay, this is official. I understand it, and I know that she's serious, and this person will be the one to last until forever. So I think probably a discernment type thing, and like maybe a situation like that is dependent on different for each person.
Yeah.
Would you feel the same way about when you're daughter's father when he meets like the same, like you guys need to sit down? It depends on the situation, like when
I think so, but it's interesting because online the girls are ruthless. Like if he posts pictures of Hazel and he's like, "Oh, I'll be Hazel's stepmom," like girls are like,
yeah, that's so
like
rude.
That.
But
like
people
that.
Online just be rude in general.
Yeah,
some of them.
I feel like men have been a little bit more classy in this situation actually, because men aren't like, "Oh, I'm trying to be Hazel's stepdad." No.
I also feel like
women,
they might DM you instead, and then you don't open it because it might not be, men are slick. They slide in them DMs before, or they might just put some hard eyes.
They're in the requests. Yeah. I think the ones that I'm not interested in are in the requests because I don't follow them. Anyway.
Might be something good in it.
You think? Should I look?
No, you're dating. Was it allegedly?
I think that was brief and over. Right?
Is it over already?
Yeah.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, we got forced into the opening because of paparazzi, which I never experienced. Right. We weren't even like together. We never actually got together.
Okay. So we forced it on y'all. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. It was a photo of me elated to be kissing him, and then it turned into like, oh, they're like a couple, which we weren't. We were just trying it out.
Seeing each other, just meeting each other.
Yeah.
We do that.
Do you think dating is fun?
I do when it's the right person. Okay. I feel like it's a dirty world outside right now.
It's filthy.
It's dirty.
Okay? As we say in Spanish, it's muy sucio.
Muy sucio.
Shut up, Angela. What makes it dirt? What do you mean? What's so challenging about it?
Well, I was just having this conversation the other day about how women who are single right now feel like a lot of men want to be courted the way that women want to be courted.
Mm-hmm. And I also feel like guys a lot of them don't want to be monogamous. Like,
okay. That's another thing. Yeah. Like they learned polyamory and they're like, yeah.
They love that word.
Yeah,
they're like, what do you think about?
Yeah. How do you feel if I just date more than you? Like, not my favorite thing.
But you are the prize, right?
I am.
You know that. You're okay.
Yes. Yes, but it's like the waiting game to have someone else that knows that is kind of like,
yeah,
it can be dry. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And I feel like there's extra pressure for you because your music be so fire and very sensual.
Yeah.
Them expectations be like, okay, we about to take this off of her.
They're very high, right? Like, do what the song says.
Now.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we appreciate you so much. I know that it's been and congratulations on being nominated. Congratulations on all of your accolades because you already have the awards, but it still feels good every single time to get acknowledged.
Especially by BET. Like my core most coveted audience is Black people, so I feel like I'm just so excited to be in the room and see people, those types of performances and that type of music and those type of people get their flowers. So
and when is the next album coming, or what are we doing?
I want to say 2026, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm still cooking.
I know it's gonna be. I'm excited.
I'm gonna come play it for you first.
Okay, don't play with me.
No, seriously, I want your opinion.
Because I'm such a fan. Like some of my favorite songs on my playlist, like "Lucky Day," "Smoke," that song
so good.
with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And F-U-C-K.
Come on now.
Love that.
Literally before you came, I was like, this is one of my songs. And obviously, "Moment" is like my theme song. So.
You know what's so crazy? I was just thinking about F-U-C-K, and I don't feel that way anymore. I don't want to be a friend you can keep anymore. I want to date.
That was ahead of time.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a phase. We're off that. It's a phase, but it still hits.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that still feel that way. In my particular era right now, I really want someone who's serious and is going to just spoil me. I want to be spoiled.
I love the honesty.
Yeah. Baby girl.
And you deserve it. And let me tell you, I'm sure there are men out there that are like, I would do that for her.
Absolutely.
If she would give me the chance and stop leaving me unread.
Oh, shoot. Well,
let's go on those requests.
Right. Okay.
How would somebody get your attention? Because that's hard to do.
I feel like it has to be... I like in person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not mad at online because there's people around the world. Well, maybe I wouldn't meet unless we intentionally meet in person. But I don't like if you send a friend or tell a friend or like make a rumor, like all of that. That type of thing I don't respect.
Okay.
But if you're forward with me, and then also, I like to be pursued. Like you can persuade me. You can persuade me because maybe I'm not interested at the time or like. I'm too busy to really focus on it, but if you keep trying, maybe. I like persistence.
Okay, you.
But
heard
also
it.
maybe that might be the wrong message because if it's from the wrong person, it gets weird.
We don't like stalking.
Stalking,
and
there's a line.
We like persistence when I show some interest.
Yes.
Like if it feels like, okay, there's a little shot here. We like to see that like you care because a lot of
The
times
good
people
morning
will do
text.
what's easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We want to feel like you are dedicated to making sure that this goes from being a little flirtatious to being like, I'm flying out to come take you on a date.
Honestly, yeah. Like I'm dressed in red and you're a bull. Like come get me.
That's a very great example.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you heard it here first. This already sounds like a movie. I can't wait to see this.
For sure.
And when it happens, you gotta come see me. Okay?
I sure will. Then
Bring
there will
'em.
be songs about it, I'm sure. So
I'm sure it will. All right, well, thank you so much, Victoria Monet. Make sure y'all pick up this book. And we are at the BET Awards, but everywhere you are. And I do want to say this dedication in the back is so special. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and shout out to you, Hazel.
Hey, Hazel.
Hey, Hazel.
My manager.